My name is Kim. On this channel, we just talk about mainly travel, about 90% travel, 89.9% travel. And then we also talk about weight loss. We talk about what it is taking to pivot in midlife after having just turned 50, just got a divorce, and just trying to figure out my whole life. At a time when I thought I did not have to figure out these things, I'm suddenly having to figure out these things. So that's what we talk about around here. Y'all come on in. We do lives on Wednesdays and Sundays. So today is Wednesday. So Malcolm, call your Auntie Binky or text her and tell her that Nana is live, but congratulations. So yeah, we talk about a little bit of budgeting. We just started that. Well, we talk about a lot of travel budgeting. Because I am a budget traveler. I travel quite a bit. I take 2 to 3 trips a month, and that requires some budgeting on my part. She just texts me and I can't text her back because I'm live. So text her and say, Nana's live, but congratulations. So yeah, y'all come on in. When you come in, make sure you say hi just so I know who's here and hanging out with us. And yeah, and then make sure that you double tap the screen or do whatever you have to do to thumbs up the video. We appreciate that. If you haven't subscribed already, please go ahead and subscribe so that you can be in the number. And yeah, we just chit chat a little bit on our live. Sometimes I sit down with something specific to talk about. Other times y'all come on here and tell me what you all want to talk about, and the conversation kind of shifts and turns that way. So when you come in, make sure you say hi, let me know you're here, and then whatever is on your mind, drop it in the comments and let's talk about it. Okay? So let's see. Last night, y'all know I'm not in the middle, I'm towards the end. Hello. Oh, you always getting packed to unpack. Thank you for stopping in to say hi. Oh, Raquel, thank you so much. Have a good time wherever you're going. I need to contact you too. I saw a cruise last night on MSC. And I think it was for December 4th or 5th. Going out of, going out of Port Canaveral. And I think it was only like 3 something or 4 something for a solo cruise. 3 something or 4 something for a solo cruise. So I need to reach out to you and talk to you about that. I want to say 3 something, but then I'm like, girl, 3 something, really? But I feel like it was like 3 something. So hello everybody. So yeah, be safe, have fun, do all the things, get us some good content, and I'll send you a text message when I figure out exactly what I'm talking about. But I actually was gonna talk about it on this live. Yeah, it was Seashore. It wasn't Grandiosa, it was Seashore, and it was like a 4-day, and my birthday month is in December. So what I'm trying to do is cruise side by side, that's what you call it when you switch ships, or back to backs, from right after Thanksgiving to right before Christmas, and then be home for the holidays with my family. So I was looking up December cruises, and I saw that one, and I was like, oh yeah, yeah, this price sounds right. Now, I think I'm kind of excited about that price because I've been looking at like summer cruise prices, but also it's just a really good price. So yeah, when I figure out what I'm talking about, I'll send you a text message. But it was Seashore. Hello, MNT Living It. Hello, David. Hello, everyone who has joined us. Y'all, in case you don't know who I am, my name is Kim. This is Kimafter50. Some kind of way we turned into a travel channel. But the channel was originally just about a midlife pivot. Just turned 50, need to lose weight, just got divorced, trying to figure out my life at this stage. And like I was saying earlier, at a time when I thought I had my life figured out, like I knew what I was going to do, I knew who I was going to do it with, all those kind of things. And then all of a sudden here I am having to figure out everything. And that was scary for me. And so I started this channel just to kind of have some accountability, like something to push me, a reason to do some things. And no, we're not doing that. A reason to do some things, and like a reason to take a cruise so I can come and share the cruise with you all. A reason to go try a plus size yoga class so I can come and tell y'all about it, because I was so tempted to just stay in the bed and cry and be sad and, you know, all those things. And so that's why I started the channel. And then, in case you don't know, and then I gave myself 4 cruises in the month of December for my birthday. Hey, Cassandra! And my channel just started November 6th. So in December, I took 4 cruises, and as a result, my channel kind of became about travel, because that's all I was doing. So that's all I was talking to you all about. As time went on, I realized I have a real passion. Well, I always knew this, that I had a passion for finding budget travel. It started out of necessity. We started a business 9 years ago. But prior to that, my ex-husband was a disabled veteran. I was a homeschool mom. So I worked part-time from home, but we were primarily living on the income that a disabled veteran gets. And my part-time income. And so I learned how to travel on a budget. And then we started the business. The business was successful. And so we were able to do some things and had some discretionary income for the first time in ever. And so we were able to travel a little bit more, but you know, what's in you is in you. So I was always just still looking for the best deals. And when I started the channel and started talking to you all about travel, I realized that not only do I have a passion for finding budget travel for myself, but I have a passion for helping other people see that they can travel. And yeah, Ken, it's I mean, I am so thankful for everything the VA did. But it was tight. It was tight. So yeah, so I just realized I have a passion for just kind of showing other people you can travel too. You can do this. Cruises are not for other people. They are really one of the most affordable ways to take a vacation. Even we're a big Disney family. And so I'm going to do a Disney series on here coming up very soon. Because there are ways to do Disney where you save a little bit of money. And so yes, I realized I like talking to y'all about the budget of travel and how to make it kind of achievable and attainable for everybody. So that's kind of what the channel has turned into. Last night, I uploaded a video by subscriber request. I use a cash envelope system for my budget. And so I uploaded a video of me unstuffing and stuffing my cash wallets and some of my sinking funds. And one of those sinking funds is vacation, and another one of those sinking funds is staycation, because they separate, y'all. A little bit, Anthony, a little bit. I would say a lot. We talk about travel a lot. And so also at subscriber request, we started to have regularly scheduled lives. So I come live on Sunday evenings and I come live on Wednesday midday, and we kind of just chit chat about whatever y'all whatever comes into my mind. Or if y'all ask questions, sometimes I'll sit down with an agenda and then the questions just turn it another way and we end up talking about something else. But if you were on here when MH Family Adventures came on, she is a travel agent. She is a travel agent that I use, I would say most of the time when I'm not booking a casino offer. Like if I'm booking a casino offer, I've been told the travel agents don't really make any money on those, so I don't bother her with those, and I book those through my Carnival PVP. But when I'm booking a cruise that's not a casino offer, I reach out to her. And I don't know, um, I don't know if y'all have a travel agent or are looking for one, but she really is very, very, what is the word I want to say? She's very efficient and she's very attentive to your needs. And I have reached out to her to book like super inexpensive cruises, not casino offers, just regular cruises that I find that are super inexpensive. And she gives me the same attention as if I was booking a more expensive cruise, which, you know, if your cruise is not done cost a lot, your travel agent is not making a lot on the cruise. But she still treats me as if I had just booked a luxury vacation with her. So I appreciate that. Do you plan on cruising with Princess or having them prorate you based on your comps for other cruises? Modern midlife, yes. Yes, yes, yes. I misunderstood because I thought I heard somebody say, and maybe they didn't say it and I just misunderstood it, but I thought I saw on one of these videos somebody saying that because Princess and Carnival are owned by the same people, they don't do they don't match the casino offers. Which I was like, well, still, like, they would want you to just stay with the line, but okay. And then I just saw a video where somebody said they did. That they get really good offers from Princess. Are you going to take event? I don't know. Cassandra, it's price for me. It's price for me. If the price is right, yes. That's what it boils down to. It's price for me. Like, if it really beats Virgin by a lot, because I haven't really looked into it. I saw the ad on it, and I'm in my Carnival PVP's VIP group on Facebook. I saw him mention it, but I haven't looked into the price of it. So, okay, well, M&T, there are cruise lines that if you get casino offers from one cruise line, like I get casino offers from Carnival, you can reach out to another cruise line, like I did this with MSC, and let them know that you would like to give their cruise line a try. You currently get casino offers from another cruise line. Let me see. Oh, no, I'm on my phone. I was like, where's my phone at? I'm on my phone. You currently get casino offers from another cruise line. You would like to give them a try. Will they match your casino offer? MSC gave me, because Carnival, I don't get like really great casino offers. I mostly get like older ships, interiors, for free. And so I sent them an email, a screenshot of an email where Carnival had offered me a free interior cabin on Conquest, which is Carnival's like cheapest ship in America, I believe, that sails out of America. So I had sent MSC an email asking this. They were like, sure, send us back one of your offers that you got from another cruise line. I sent them a screenshot of the offer that I got from Carnival, and they were like, okay, so we would love to have you on board. Just let us know. You can pick any sailing, leaving any U.S. port on a 7-day cruise. And they gave me like 4 or 5 months. So I picked my sailing. I sent it to the casino host. Everything was done through the casino people. Nothing was done like through their regular website. So I sent them the email with the cruise that I picked. The original one I picked was sold out. So I sent them a second option, and they were like, okay, we got you booked on here. Here's your booking number. We do require that you pay a $400 deposit. Then once you get on the ship, that $400 becomes casino cash or whatever they call it. And so I did that. And that's how we sailed MSC Seascape a couple of months ago. Hello, Talithika. How are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're just on here chit-chatting, y'all. I had other plans for us today. However, Nana Duty called, and I have my grandsons here with me. And my grandson, they got out of school early today. They had their little awards thing. I'm trying to show y'all this without showing y'all everything. I haven't, Natasha. I have had my luggage delayed, and then where like we didn't get it until late that first night, which is why I always tell everybody pack everything you need for day one in your carry-on. Like pack your change of clothes, pack your bathing suit, pack all your medications, um, pack your iPad or whatever you need like that. Pack everything you need for your to enjoy your first day in your carry-on, because in all likelihood you're going to get your luggage in a timely manner. But just in case it's delayed, your vacation start does not delay because you're waiting for your luggage. You have everything that you need. The other thing is, one time my luggage never came. I called down there, and the reason why was, this was like my second or third cruise, because my luggage was locked and they could not get in. Now, I don't know why they felt like they had to get in, but maybe they look inside of, pick random luggage and check inside of it. Because they could not get in it, I had to come downstairs and open it up. And then they really didn't even look in it then. I opened it up, they were like, okay. And then I just closed it and took it up to my cabin. Natasha, also, I know my travel insurance covers if my luggage is lost. So if you don't have travel insurance, look into it, because if your luggage is lost, for the policy I have, if my luggage is lost, it's covered. If my luggage is damaged, that's covered as well. So make sure you look into travel insurance for that. So yeah. So anyway, I had other plans for us today, but my grandbaby, trying to do this without showing anything, it's kind of hard. Okay, can y'all see that? He got outstanding academic achievement. He got this award at school. And then he got one for mathematics for academic achievement. He got one for reading for academic achievement, spelling, and writing. So we're super proud of him. So I'm on Nana duty today. So yeah, so last night, Cassandra, I'm so proud of him. I'm so proud of him. He does such a good job at school. And all I tell them is, like, try your hardest, because, you know, people have different gifts and talents. And as long as you try your hardest, Nana is proud. As long as you go in there with a good attitude and you try your hardest, that's all I ask of you. Congratulations, Armil. Congratulations. Yeah, I'm on Nana duty. So I had told y'all I was going to do a 4-hour live, and I had planned on doing it today. And I was going to take y'all out to St. Pete Beach. But we'll just do it another day and kind of just show y'all around St. Pete Beach. Not necessarily the beach, but St. Pete Beach is like a beach town. And show y'all around St. Pete Beach, and then just hang out with y'all for 4 hours. Y'all know we're trying to get them watch time hours up. And I'm going to have to check my computer, because in my app, I'm not even seeing my watch hours anymore. Because I applied for whatever it's called, like the partner program. And so now all it's showing on the page where it used to show me how many watch hours I had, all it's showing is that my application is pending. So, okay, well, that's real close. MNT, yeah, Clearwater is real close. But yeah, so yeah, Clearwater is really, really nice. It's real close. But St. Pete, I live in St. Pete. St. Pete Beach is like 10 minutes from my house. And so I was going to take y'all out there and just show y'all around St. Pete Beach. Oh, you're in North Florida? We got somebody else here that's in North Florida. Like in the Panhandle side. I can't remember who it was, but somebody else, M&T, lives up in North Florida. I can't remember who it was, though. So, Yeah. Okay. So yesterday I showed you all the cash envelope system that I use. So let me know if y'all watched that video. Y'all know St. Pete Beach got hit with a really bad hurricane last year, but they have done a really good job of recovering. Some businesses are closed to never come back. But a lot of businesses have already come back. And so yeah, I was gonna take y'all out there and show y'all around. So we'll still do that, but y'all know when Nana babies call, you gotta answer. Fernandino Beach. Is that the Panhandle, Zarmil? I'm not familiar with the Panhandle area at all. The farthest I've been up on that coast is Tallahassee. My little sister went to FAMU, so we went to Tallahassee a few times, and my ex-husband was from Marietta, Georgia, so we've been up in that way. But I've never vacationed over into the Panhandle, ever. I've driven through there. Oh, now I didn't vacation in Jacksonville, but when we evacuated for the hurricane last year, we evacuated to Jacksonville. So, and I could see myself living in Jacksonville. Everywhere I go, y'all, I look at the cost to live there. Everywhere I go, I look at how much their houses sell for, how much their rent is. And Jacksonville seems like it's a lot less expensive to live there than it is to live here. Have you sailed out of Miami? Is it a crazy port to park? In my opinion, yes, Natasha. Now, not crazy as in unmanageable, but not as simple as other ports to me. A few times that I've sailed out of Miami, my terminal and my parking garage are not right next to each other. That's happened to me a few times. I don't know why. But it's just a little walk to get from your parking garage to your terminal. And then one time I sailed out of Miami on Virgin Voyages, and it took me forever to find a parking spot. Now, I was kind of last minute getting to the cruise port. So if you're not last minute, you'll do better than me with that. But I had to like go up and down a couple times in the parking garage to find a space. So I would say don't wait to the last minute. I tend to wait to the last minute to get to my cruise port because last minute I just walk right on. I'm not in any lines. I don't have any waits. I don't have any delays. Like, I just walk right on. But then you also have to deal with things like if the parking lot is full. I had just never experienced the full parking lot, so I didn't even think that was possible. But yeah, and it was so tight. I drive a truck, a Dodge Ram 1500 Laramie. I think that's what I drive. And I had to ask somebody to park it for me because it was so tight, and I'm plus size, so I needed to park it in a way where I'll get out of my door. So I had to ask like the security people, could they park it for me? And they did. I didn't even know they had valet in Miami. I know in Tampa they have valet, but I didn't even know Miami had valet parking. Now, they do have off-port parking where you're parking through like a third-party company, and you go to their parking lot, you park, and they take you in a shuttle to the terminal, and then they pick you up from the shuttle and take you back. I've done that before and didn't have any problem, and it's a little bit cheaper. But yeah, I agree, pack your patience and get there early. I'm always like shooting to get there about an hour and a half before the ship leaves, because I just am able to walk on the ship and no lines. But sometimes that bites me in the butt, y'all. We almost missed a cruise, a ship a couple months ago, Bianca and I. But yeah, pack your patience, like Zarmel said, get there early. And look into off-site parking, but make sure you find a reputable one. I've only done it a couple times. I didn't have any problems. And yeah. Now on the cruise that we almost missed, they had was that okay? They had, I'm trying to figure out how to say it without getting a threat, you know what I'm saying? And so that was called into the port. So they closed off, well, they didn't close off the bridge, but what they did was they were checking every car that came across the bridge into the port. And so that backed up traffic. They said people were sitting on the bridge for like 2 hours. And Lyft drivers were putting people out. And they had to walk all the way to the cruise terminal with their luggage from the bridge. By the time we got there, because we were running late, we didn't experience that. And I think if it hadn't been for that, we might have missed our cruise. But because they were running behind anyway, because the port knew that this was going on, of course, so they left a little bit late, we got there in time enough to not miss our cruise. I've been to Fort Lauderdale. Carnival used to sail out of Fort Lauderdale. They don't sail out of Fort Lauderdale anymore. I've been to Fort Lauderdale. Linnell from Poverty to Paradise has a video where I was feeling equal parts like, oh, my girl, and equal parts laughing because she did a back-to-back or a side-by-side out of Fort Lauderdale. And she got in, I think, did she do a side-by-side? Some kind of way she had to walk to her terminal in Fort Lauderdale. And it was like a long walk. And but she has a video on that if you want to kind of get a glimpse of what the cruise terminal in Fort Lauderdale is like. Poverty to Paradise, Linnell. So we're leaving from Fort Lauderdale. Okay, I read that one. I've been to Lauderdale by the Sea. Okay, I'm trying to remember to read these comments, y'all, because read them out loud. So that people who are watching the replay can see what it was we were talking about. I have not sailed out of the port in Jacksonville either, and I want to. I want to just because I want to experience it, but also because Carnival Paradise is one of my favorite Carnival ships, and the ship that sails out of Jacksonville is her sister ship. So it's just like Paradise. Paradise sails out of Tampa. I'm like 20-25 minutes from the port in Tampa. And then what is it that sails out of Jacksonville? Is it Elation? I don't know what it is. I can't think of it, but they have one Carnival ship that sails out of Jacksonville, and it's the sister ship to Carnival Paradise. And I feel like those little bitty ships might leave at some point. So I want to sail them before they leave. I mean, all the ships gonna leave at some point, but you know, sooner rather than later. Elation. So, and I want to sail those. I've sailed Paradise. That's probably my most sailed ship is Carnival Paradise out of Tampa. Because I've sailed that one a lot. But I've never sailed Elation, and I've never sailed out of the port in Jacksonville. And I have a niece who recently moved to Jacksonville to become a teacher. So I could do all those things at once. Visit my niece and sail Elation. And yeah. All right, what was I saying? I was saying, oh, so last night I put up the video of me doing my cash envelope stuffing and all that kind of stuff. And I was saying, let me know if y'all watched that video. If you haven't watched that video, please watch it. But let me know if you all want me to make that like a regular series, like do Money Mondays or something like that. Because, Malcolm, can you shut her door? Because I don't want to bring y'all content y'all don't want to watch. But I did have somebody say, yes, please make this a regular thing. I like talking about it because I'm in a position now. The video is called, I just put it up yesterday. It's called well, the thumbnail says "Saving for Paradise," something like that. And it's a picture of some money and then my cash envelope binders with my hand. One hand is on the thumbnail. Okay, we had 3 dogs in this house. Bianca has 2 golden doodles. But Maya has a dog that she calls the dog biracial because it's just a mixed breed dog. We were at Walgreens, which is a drugstore here, one day, and hold on, y'all, let me hide these crazy comments. And this person was selling this dog for $15. And so, I mean, just looking pitiful. The dog looked malnourished. And so we got the dog. It's been like 10 years ago. And she barks at everything. Like somebody could be on the other side of the street, walking down the street, minding their own business, not coming to our house, not thinking about coming to our house, not even looking in the direction of our house, and she's gonna bark. But that's Maya's baby. Yes, I had to save for almost a year for Icon for 3 people. Right, so that's what I was saying, is that with my travel, but because I cash stuff for my travel, I am often in a position where I could take like 1 cruise a month, like a really nice cruise that I want to do, or I could spend that same money and take 2 cruises and a weekend in Orlando, or 3 cruises. And I have, for the most part, been opting to take multiple cruises. It helps me because I work for myself and I work from home, and I need to work. Like, I need to be able to be back here often to get work done. But also just in this season of my life where I just felt like I needed to rest, even to think straight, because I was like in, I don't know if survival mode is the right word, but maybe it is survival mode. Like, I just felt like I wasn't even making really good decisions because I was just making decisions based out of fear. And so cruising really has helped me, and it's helped me to heal from that. And I love to go on a cruise and be taken care of, and somebody else is making the bed, somebody else is cooking the food, other people are making sure that I am entertained. That just really helped me. I've done Utopia. I've never done Royal, but I'm booked on Utopia for October, I think. My first Royal is September on Wonder of the Seas. And then, wait a minute, Malcolm. Y'all, I'm getting on his nerves because I keep asking him to get up and do stuff. Can you go in my room and look on my desk and get me, you know, the things that I put my money in for my budget, and get me those? Yeah, it was just so like healing for me. Healing for me. And I don't know that any other vacation would have been right in that season. Like, I want to do all the things. I want to visit other continents, and I want to spend like a month or 2 in Africa, visiting different areas and regions of Africa. There are other things I want to do. But I just needed, like, I felt cruising was safe as a first-time solo traveler. I felt safer cruising, and I felt taken care of. Like, I didn't have to figure out nothing, right? Like, I didn't have to figure out even simple things like when you're on vacation and you order Uber Eats, do they deliver right to your room, or do you have to meet them in the lobby? I didn't have to figure out anything. Like, do you just give them the address that pops up in Uber Eats, or does your building have a specific address that they need? Like, I didn't have to figure out any of those any of those things. I just had to show up at the port. And if I could show up at the port, they were going to take care of me. Let's see. Yes, I've been on one of the seas too and love it. That's going to be my first Royal. Unless something pops up and I book something prior to that September sailing, that will be my first time on Royal Caribbean. And I'm excited about it. Yeah. Let me see. I think it's, yeah, it's this one. All right, so I actually have 5 of these, 4 that are like long-term savings and 1 that's my wallet. And so last night on the video, I went through and every time I get a paycheck, I pull cash out. My bills are paid first, and then I pull cash out and I divide it into the different things that I'm saving for. So in this one is health and vacation, good deals. I'm not gonna go through all that because I did a whole video on it, but I just want to show y'all what I was talking about when I said cash envelope. Hello, Brenda from Atlanta, Georgia. Right, M&T said just get up and go. They'll even do the ironing. I had them iron all my linens. Swayze, is that right? Said sometimes we need that stress-free experience. I'm planning my first solo land vacation beach weekend. Sounds nice. So yeah, and like nothing. Hold on. Let me see this one. No. And in this one, I have a staycations envelope where I save for staycations. So I was showing that system last night on my video. Okay, so Natasha, that's the other thing. I do have a safe. And I made sure I mentioned on that video, once an envelope gets to a certain amount, which one has it? Do one of these has it? Girl, I can't even talk. Do one of these has it? We're also a safe home, if you know what I mean. Once an envelope gets to a certain amount, I will swap it out and I put the money in the bank and I put these placeholders in it so that I can still look in that envelope and know how much I have in that fund, even though, okay, I'm gonna try this again. See Susie. Tell me if that's right. So I can look in that envelope and I see that I can see that I have $1,000 in there, but the $1,000 is not in my house anymore. It's in the bank, but I can see that I have it in there. So, but yeah, Natasha, that actually was, okay, good. See Susie. That's a good tip, because at one time I thought about, because I learned about this system on YouTube. I first learned about this system from Dave Ramsey, watching Dave Ramsey. And then, but he just kind of talked about it, mentioned it. But I wanted more, so I searched on YouTube and I found all these ladies who were doing the cash envelope system. And I was like, oh, I can do, because I'm going to say this, but I don't want y'all to be like, oh, Kim. I used to feel like I was not, like, I didn't want to be on camera because, I don't know. I just felt like not attractive or whatever. I don't know. So, well, I do know. That's what it was. So, and the ladies who do the videos, all you see is their hands. So I was like, I want to do, I'll do a YouTube channel and I'll just do the budgeting channel. But I was like, I don't know, because I don't want, you know, people to figure out where I live and, you know, think whatever. So anyway, so yeah, so that video went up yesterday where I talked about that. And I want to be careful how I come at it, like when I say everybody can travel, because I do know that there are some people who are in dire financial situations, and I don't want to talk about it like, what's wrong with you? How come you can't travel? And even though I was once in that dire financial situation, the world was different even 10, 15 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was different. And so back then, travel for us was sometimes a staycation that we treated like a vacation. Like, we just went to a different part of our county that we don't typically spend time in with the kids, so that they could get away and feel like they had been on vacation and get that vacation type experience. And I live in a place where a lot of tourists come, so there are lots of touristy things to do here. So we took advantage of those. We used Groupon to the max. And my sister publishes a magazine, and she used to say, Kim, you should publish something for mothers who are looking for free and cheap things to do with your kids, because baby, I was a professional at finding the free and cheap things to do with my kids. We were always somewhere doing something, and we were very seldom spending any money. So that's why Maya said, Mommy, you should do a whole series on Disney, because I think I know every free thing to do at Disney. Like, everything. We would go to Disney and spend the weekend at Disney. Never once went inside of a theme park, but my kids felt like they had had a good time, and they met characters. They watched movies under the stars. We rode all the boats, the monorail. Like, we did all the things at Disney, and you couldn't tell my kids they had not been to Disney, because we spent the whole weekend doing all the free things. So that's why Maya was like, Mama, you should do a series on Disney. She said, because when we were little, I really did feel like we went to Disney. I said, I know, girl. Yes, M&T, check out Groupon. People forget about Groupon, but it's still hanging in there with some good offers. And then also, like, city passes. Most cities that I have visited have some sort of a city pass. I don't know if most is right, but a lot have. I'll say most of the ones I've looked for a city pass, I can find one. And that's where you pay like a flat fee. It could be $39, it could be $89, and then you get all these like museums and stuff included, and you can do any or all of those things for that one price. So yeah, we will go to Disney Springs and eat at Earl of Sandwich, because maybe it still is. I'll have to do some research, but at that time, Earl of Sandwich was the cheapest place to eat in Disney Springs. They had like a merry-go-round, a little Ferris wheel type ride, a train type ride, and then they had the hot air balloon that went up in the air. That was on Groupon, because it's not owned by Disney. They just pay to be there. And I think that was like $10 per person to do the hot air balloon. We would take the boat from Disney Springs over to the Port of Orleans, get some beignets from the Port of Orleans. We would catch the monorail, get off at the Poly, get off at the Grand Floridian. We would take the monorail to the Magic Kingdom, but not go to Magic Kingdom. We would then take a boat over to Fort Wilderness and watch the movies under the stars, hang out with Chip and Dale, because they come down every night and do roasted marshmallows and all that kind of stuff, and then catch the bus back to our car that was at Disney Springs. Like, we just would make a whole weekend of it and have such a great time. And each of the boats, like the ferry, the friendship boats, everybody who operates a boat at Disney, the driver, conductor, whatever you call the captain, they have little cards. They're like trading cards that you collect for all the different forms of transportation at Disney. The monorail driver had them too. So the kids would ask for the trading cards, and they're free. And they would give them the trading cards, and they would collect their trading cards. Like, I mean, come home with a souvenir for free. Ghirardelli chocolate gave out free chocolate. Lego, I still have pictures of Maya playing in the Legos, because you can play in the Legos for free. at Disney Springs. Like, we would just really go and just have a good time and just do all the free stuff. So, but we were broke and I wanted my kids to have a vacation. And so we just kind of made it do what it do. You know what I'm saying? And they always had a good time. And like she said the other day, because I kind of talked about Disney a little bit on a live one day. And she said, Mommy, I really did feel like we went to Disney. Like when I came back, I just told people we went to Disney for the weekend. I was like, I know, girl. Because that's how you make it happen. And Disney sets things up to where you are able to enjoy all those things. You can go to Animal Kingdom Lodge and walk out the backside of it. They have a safari type thing on the backside of it, and walk and look at all the animals and just sit back there and relax. At all of the Disney hotels, they have staff that does kids activities throughout the day, and you didn't have to be staying at that hotel to participate in the kids activities. So just all kinds of things that you could do. Animal Kingdom Lodge is really like, you can treat it like a mini museum because they have artifacts all throughout there from different places in Africa. Yeah. So all kinds of things that you can go and do and have a good time. They used to have, but the last time we were there, they didn't do it anymore, at Fort Wilderness, where you could rent a pontoon boat and take it out. And I think their little boats are called Sea-Doos. Is that right? If anybody knows about, come here, August. Come say hi. This is August, who got all the awards, y'all.
Hi.
Look in the camera. Say hi. Stop acting shy. Say hi.
Hi, everybody.
Oh, he said hi, everybody. Yeah, this is my grandbaby that got all the awards I was telling you about. And we are so proud of him, aren't we?
Yes.
Tell them, they're talking about cruising. Do you like cruising?
Yes.
What do you like about cruising?
The water slides.
You like the water slides?
Yes.
M&T said, hey, August.
Hey.
So you say hi, M&T.
Hi, M&T.
Okay, so you like the water slides. What else do you like about cruising?
That's it.
That's it. Do you like the kids club?
Not really.
Not really. So do you want to go on another cruise?
Yes.
Seniors at Sea said, congrats, young man.
Thank you.
All right. So when do we go on a cruise as a family?
On October?
In October, right. Ronnie said he loves your name.
Thank you.
Let's see. What's your favorite island that we've been to?
Mexico?
Mexico. Cozumel, Mexico?
Yes.
All right. Very good. Okay. That's all. I just wanted to see you because I was telling them about your awards. So, Talithika said congratulations on all those awards. And he said thank you. He don't really like the kids club. Listen, I don't know what's wrong with these younger kids. My kids loved the kids club. But my grandboys, they go a little bit, but they don't like to stay the whole day. Maya used to go and stay the whole day. Like, even I always had a rule that we had to have dinner together. Oh yeah, y'all, please thumbs up the live, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much, M&T. We had a rule that we had to have dinner together, but Maya would be like, can I have dinner with the kids club? And she loved it. But my grandboys, they go a little bit, but they like to just hang out on the cruise with us. So, but yeah, he loves it. He looks forward to it. We were on, yeah, my grandboy, they're just not into it like that. But my kids were. She won't know unless she tries it. That's right. That's right. Maya always loved it. Bianca is more of an introverted, shy person. She has some social anxiety. So it really wasn't for her. And then once they got to the point where Maya was in one group and Bianca was in the other group, Bianca didn't want to do it. But yeah, but my grandkids, they do it a little bit and then they don't. I mean, I think it just depends on the child, because if you watch MH Family Adventures videos, her little girl loves it, and her middle son, she has 3 children. The son in the middle, Dyson, he loves the kids club, or at least he did. Yo, I really be wanting to know, what do people get out of coming on people's videos saying crazy things? Like, what is the appeal to you? Like, is it fun? Maybe it's like, do y'all remember? Okay, maybe I was just a bad child. Do y'all remember going and knocking on people's door and running? Like when you were little, you would just like go to your neighbor's house and knock on the door and then run. Maybe that's what it's like. Maybe that's what they get. So yeah, Cassandra, so I really feel like I want to do a Disney thing, just because we enjoyed it so much, and we spent so much time at Disney World over the years. It's 90 minutes from my house, so that takes the transportation cost out of it, right? We never had that transportation expense. A little bit of gas, but that's it. And so we used to go there when we didn't have money to get in. And then when I started the business and all of a sudden we did have money to go to the theme parks, we did all that too. And so I feel like we've seen it from every aspect of it. Like we've seen it from we packing our own lunch. Rosalind Ding Dong Ditch. We had another name for it when I was little too that's not appropriate. But Ding Dong Ditch. Maybe that's what the trolls are like. Ding Dong Ditch. Oh, that's what I was going to say too. Somebody said they love his name. He's named after August Wilson and then Muhammad Ali. So I'll tell him you said congratulations, Cassandra. I'm so proud of him. I'm so proud of him. So what was, okay. Y'all, I just be all over. Right? My mind just be all over. I haven't been live in a while, but when I do, someone always come on and say something crazy. Yeah, like maybe they just ding dong ditching, y'all. Natasha said, yeah, we have been in Disney every summer since 14 years old. Since the 14 was 5, that's what we're doing the cruises here. Yeah, my kids used to say they grew up at the fort because we used to camp. We used to tent camp at Disney because we could not afford a hotel room. Now, y'all, it's like $120 to tent camp at Disney, which is insane. And I've never tent camped anywhere else. The only place I've tent camped is Disney. He went back into the office. Malcolm, yeah. Do you like the food on the cruise? Yeah. Malcolm said yes. But I had never tent camped anywhere. The only place I tent camp, even to this day, is at Disney. And I only did it because that's the only way we could afford to stay on Disney property. Was, tell your brother to stop that noise, Malcolm, was to tent camp. And we couldn't even stay anywhere around it for the same price as the tent camping spots. But now the tent camping spots have gotten ridiculous. Also, hello. Thank you for joining us. So anyway, yeah, y'all, I just came to chit chat, hang out with y'all. I literally was like, what are we going to talk about today? Because I feel like I was just here. Cassandra said her 17-year-old daughter and niece enjoyed the teen club. Yes. Aaliyah enjoyed the teen club. Tatiana enjoyed the teen club. Bianca, not so much. Hey, Sabrina. And Maya enjoyed the teen club. But Maya enjoyed, because Maya started cruising when she was little. So she's enjoyed, you know, all the levels. I don't know what it is with these grandchildren. Hello, Monica in Denver. How are you? How are you? That's one of the reasons I'm a little bit nervous about taking them on Margaritaville at Sea Paradise. They do have a kids club, but it doesn't seem to have all the things, right? Because Margaritaville is very bare bones. And then they also don't have a water slide. And y'all heard that's the first thing August said was he liked the water slide. They have pools, but they don't have a water slide. But then again, in my mind, it's like you have embarkation day. The next day you're in port, so we can do something fun in port. And the next day you're off the ship. So I feel like they'll be okay. But yeah, they don't have their, if Margaritaville at Sea Paradise could improve on any one thing, that's what I would want them to improve on. Just their deck area. Just adding some stuff to the deck area to just make it more inviting and fun and entertaining. So, all right. So thank y'all for hanging out with me. So tomorrow's video is going to be the Dollar Tree video, where I show y'all some cruise essentials I get from the Dollar Tree. Something that we have is a go bag that we keep packed that has all of our travel essentials in it. We never unpack it. It's just always packed, so we can always just drop it in the suitcase and we know that we have everything that we need, but things run out. And so I am replacing some things, and plus there were just some new things at the Dollar Tree. Y'all, I love Dollar Tree. I have a whole envelope just with my Dollar Tree allowance. But this time, I didn't even have to spend my Dollar Tree allowance money because I have my envelope for travel. So my travel things come out of like my vacation envelope. But I also have an envelope for business expenses. And so buying my Dollar Tree stuff kind of was a business expense because I'm making a video out of it, right? So that was fun too. So that's going to be the video tomorrow. Y'all know I am doing a video every day in May, either coming on live, talking to you all, or uploading a video. I can tell y'all it has stretched me because here's the thing. Like our lives, I don't mind just kicking back. Sabrina said, I use go bags all the time just in case I have to travel fast, and Dollar Tree makes it affordable. Yes. And I was talking to somebody about the go bag, and they said that I'm using the wrong term because go bags are for like in case of an emergency, you have a bag packed with like military rations, and they were telling me what's in their go bag, like military rations and not canned water in a carton, and flashlights and things like that. I don't have one of those. But our go bag is just because I take 2 to 3 trips a month. Maya has taken a vacation since we got back from Margaritaville at Sea Paradise. Maya just went and spent the weekend in Orlando. Bug out bags. Okay. Oh, that's like the military rations and all that kind of stuff. I don't have one of those. But she was explaining to me why, and I was like, do I need one? Because when she was telling me like all the different things that could happen, I was like, wait a minute. I like to be prepared for things. I love to be prepared for things. Like I get anxiety about things. And I didn't realize I had anxiety and dealt with anxiety. I think I told y'all that until the vid happened, and then I had so much anxiety. And I have a friend that's an RN, and I was telling her like, where did I get this anxiety from? And she was like, you've always had anxiety. And I was like, what? And she said, you ain't know that? And I was like, no. But I'm gonna call it a go bag because it's so that we can go. It's so that we can get up and go. But we just keep everything in it. So I needed to refill some things. Hello. And like I said, they had some new things at Dollar Tree that I thought I could add to the bag. And also now, because I'm traveling so much, I do things a little bit different than like if you're just taking 1 or 2 cruises a year. You do things a little bit different than when you're taking 2 or 3 a month. My aunt called that bag the have your passport and necessities ready bag. I know that's right, auntie. I know that's right. You said aunt. I'm from the South. We say auntie. I do have a daughter named Tatiana. You all have not met Tatiana. You all are going to love Tatiana when you meet her. I don't cruise with Tatiana because... Let's see how I can say this nicely. Because my baby she's an entrepreneur. She has her own shop where she rents out chairs and she does hair. She has a wonderful, like, very extroverted personality. Out of all of us, she's like the most fun. If you sit with Tatiana and hang out with her, you're gonna laugh and you're gonna have a good time. But if somebody accidentally bumps into her and doesn't say sorry, she's gonna snap. And I keep telling her, like, you have to calm down because, like, stuff is going to happen. And you have to live with the consequences of what you do. And so I don't cruise with her because I told her, you are not getting me banned for life from a cruise ship. That's what's not going to happen. You are not going to get me banned for life from a cruise ship. We're not doing that. But yeah, so she just needs to have a little bit more patience, and even if somebody's rude, you don't have to respond, you don't have to react, you don't have to retaliate. You can let some things go, right? Like, so that you have peace. Let some things go. Like, one time, y'all, I was in Bible study. This is when she was a teenager. But this will tell you about her personality. All my girls are sweet girls. But my other three are quiet and introverted, which I sometimes think made it hard for Tatiana because she was an extrovert in a house of all introverts. Both parents introverted, all three siblings introvert, and she is my live out loud child. And I think it was kind of hard for her sometimes. And I don't think I always recognized that when she was growing up. So one time I was at Bible study and my neighbor across the street called me and she was like, Kim, some girls, 3 girls just came to your house to jump Tatiana. I was like, what? Is she okay? Is she okay? She was like, yeah. She was like, the police are out here. And I was like, what happened? Like, did they actually fight? And she was like, yeah, they fought. And I was like, is she okay? And she was like, Kim, Tatiana whooped all 3 of those girls. Tatiana is perfectly fine. Like, that's her personality. And I keep telling her, like, the things that you could slide with when you were a minor, now that you're an adult, you might not be able to slide with those same things. And my grandmother taught us that you can choose your behaviors, but you cannot choose the consequences to those behaviors. Like, sometimes the consequences, you don't get caught and you get off with it. Sometimes the consequences, a person tries to be understanding and they let it slide. And sometimes the consequences, you got some real life repercussions that you have to deal with. And so I always tell her that because she's so gifted. She's super smart, personality out of this world, real pretty girl. She just, she's like, I ain't gonna let nobody disrespect me. Okay, but don't you disrespect you, right? In the process of standing up for yourself and demanding that you not be disrespected, don't you disrespect yourself and your future. Just sometimes you just have to let things go, and sometimes you have to let people go and just have some peace. So yeah, we can take a land-based vacation, but we can't cruise together because I value my cruising privileges. You're not about to get me banned for life. And you're not about to have me in no video that goes viral about what happened on a cruise ship. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. But yeah. So that's your oldest daughter's name. Mine is with the Y, but yeah, that's my second oldest. And that's my baby. And I love her to pieces, but honey, that one there. So anyway, all right, y'all, we done hung out for a whole hour and 3 minutes. Can y'all, okay, I get on here with nothing to talk about and we talk for an hour. Can y'all imagine when I actually have something to talk about? How long we gonna be on here? Thank y'all for rocking with me. I really do on the live. Sometimes I sit down and I have something to talk about. There have been times when I go to ChatGPT and I'll be like, what should I talk about on our live today? And they'll give me like 10 different topics that I could get into and talk about. And sometimes I just hit the go live button and I'm like, we just gonna hang out like friends and we're just gonna talk about whatever comes to our mind. And I appreciate that y'all show up and y'all chit chat with me. So if you have not watched that video from yesterday, go watch it and then let me know. And you can be honest, like if y'all want that to be a regular thing. I had one person say yes, they would love for that to be a regular feature on the channel. But let me know, because I think it would be helpful to other people. Like, I know when I was trying to get my finances in order, and I'm still trying to get my finances in order, but when I was completely lost and I was like, how does my money add up on paper, but in real life it's not adding up? Like, what is happening to my money? Watching other people budget and do their cash envelopes, it really, really helped me. So, and even watching other people, I got one more video, Sabrina. One more video. Wait, I saw Rosin on here. Rosin, are you still on here? One more video. And after that video, then I take all the comments and we pick a random winner. One more video on Margaritaville at Sea Paradise. And that's going to be the every penny I spent on the Margaritaville at Sea Paradise video. I've started to do that with each cruise. Have I? Or am I? Y'all, because I can do something once and be like, I always... I can go to the gym. Like, I can wake up at one morning at 6 o'clock and go to the gym. But then when I tell the story later on, I'll be like, yeah, I get up every morning at 6 o'clock and go to the gym. I think I've done it twice. But you all have responded well to it. Yeah, I've done it twice, where I do a video and I show y'all every penny I spent on the cruise. And so I'm going to do that one for Paradise, and then we'll be done with the Paradise series. Yeah, Queen, listen, my dad was an entrepreneur and his money was like this all my life. Like, when I tell you like this, I mean like extremes. Like, at one point he's making over $1 million a year. 2 years later, my mom is having to drive taxis to help supplement the family's income and go into food pantries. The next year, he's back up there making multiple hundreds of thousands a year. The next year, their bank accounts getting frozen, and my mom is having to pick up and do cleaning jobs on the side to make ends meet. Like, that was my day. She was mostly a stay-at-home mom, but my mom was that mother who, if stuff gets tight, she gonna do what she gotta do to take care of her kids. So he used to always say, you don't need credit if you got cash. You don't need credit if you got cash. So I grew up with that. But what that tells me is he probably had bad credit, because why are you around here talking about you don't need credit if you got cash? You know what I'm saying? So I never knew how to handle our finances. And then, like I said, my husband was a disabled veteran. So that's just an automatic check that comes in every month. You can't make it higher. You can't, it doesn't decrease. And he paid all the bills. And so I didn't know really how to budget my money. I didn't know how to. So much so when I first started the business, I did not even understand, y'all. And this is crazy because I was like 40. I did not understand that all that money wasn't my paycheck. Like, all the money that was coming into the business, I felt like that's how much my paycheck was. How much money was coming into the business. I mean, I understood we had to pay our overhead and all that kind of stuff, right? But what I did not understand was that about a third of that money belonged to Uncle Sam and not me. I didn't even think it was going to be like that. Like, I just did not know. And you know what? And I think that that makes sense. I think to a degree they both make sense. But my dad just never, I wasn't raised in a household where money was taught, how to handle money was taught. Because if you're a millionaire this year, then the next year your wife shouldn't be going to a food pantry. Because even if stuff hits rock bottom, you should still have some money from this year, right? But my dad just never did. My dad just never did. And there were multiple times in my life where because he was a serial entrepreneur, so he was always starting a new business. There were multiple times in my childhood where he hit up on something good and was making really good money. Because he was brilliant, but he just was not into good money management. and I had not been. So I had to start with Dave Ramsey's baby steps and just learning how to do things step by step. So I'm gonna read this comment out loud because I don't know if I read it out loud. And the replay gang likes me to read it out loud. Queen said, yes, that helps. I'm learning in my adult life how important it is to budget. And Henry Rosa said, I'm the opposite. I say you don't need cash if you have credit. So, yeah. So if y'all want me to make that like we could do Money Mondays, because I do all my budgeting and banking on Mondays. I get paid once a week, a small check, and then once a month, a larger check. See, that's good, Sabrina. Because my ex-husband was not good with money either. My brother used to say, why are y'all broke on the 5th of every month? He gets paid on the 1st. Why are y'all broke on the 5th? But he was not good with money either. And then once I started making really good money in the business that I started, I had to tell my CPA, like, talk to me like I'm in kindergarten, because I don't know anything. Like, I literally went from being on food stamps to making 6 figures in less than 2 years. And I just still was acting like I told you, I used to think the whole thing was my paycheck. Whatever was left after we got inventory and paid overhead, that was my paycheck. That's what I used to think. And so all these things that she was talking to me about, I was like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. I told her, do not feel like you're going to offend me. Like, I'm probably the least financially literate client you have ever had. And so I need that. Because when you go from living off of VA disability and being on food stamps, when you go from that to all of a sudden you are making really good money, I can't say you, I can say me. I acted like a person who, I don't know how to say this. Like, I wasn't making smart money decisions. I was like, everything I couldn't do, I was all of a sudden doing. Everything I ever had to tell my kids no to, I was all of a sudden giving my kids. Like, I literally made my kids authorized users on my credit cards and told them, spend what you want to, I'll pay it. Okay. I had to take them credit cards back. Okay. And at one point, I was proud of that. Sabrina said, that was incredibly fast. See, Susie said to Henry Rosa, cash is king. Henry Rosa said, do you have a website for your channel to give your tips on travel and budgeting? I do not. I do not. But yeah, like, for a short time period, like 6, 7, 8 months, I was so proud that, oh, my girls, they go shopping, they do whatever they want to do. And I just paid a bill every month. That's insane. But I didn't get it at that time, because for all the times that I could not do, I wanted to make up for it. So like I told y'all, we used to go to Disney and not even have money to get in the theme parks. Oh, we got the passes. And not only did we get the passes, we paid to go to the after party. So when the whole park is closed and everybody else has to leave, that's when we're going in. So that we don't have to wait in line for rides. And like, okay, we went from camping in a tent to now we're going to stay at the Polynesian club level. Like, I lost my mind, right? And some of those things are okay. Some of those things are okay. But I was just trying to make up for all the years of not being able to do. And do I have, oh, no, I already answered that. If I'm not being nosy, what is your other businesses? You're not being nosy. There's a reason I never mention it, but it's sales. I do something related to sales. And the reason I never mention it is not because I just don't want to tell y'all, because I really am a transparent person, but there are policies and procedures where I have to keep things very, very separate. So, yeah. Okay. Martin is telling me how sweet I am. So, but no, you're not being nosy, because I would normally just say it, but yeah. However, I can talk about this. I am starting another business, And I have sold on eBay on and off for years. And when I stopped, when my primary business really took off, I just didn't have time for eBay anymore. And so, but now I am starting a, you would think so, don't you, Sabrina? I'm starting another business. Her name, my girl, I showed y'all that picture before. Her name is Helen, and it's going to be called Helen's Hope Resale. And I'm going to be, instead of putting the things that I purchased to resell on eBay, I'm going to be doing them on Facebook Live. So my intent was to launch that by the end of May. I took a class a couple weeks ago to learn everything I needed to learn about that, which most of it I already knew. But I just felt like in order to proceed with confidence, I wanted to take this class. And yeah, so I am hoping to start that very, very soon because I love reselling and I love I love thrifting. I love thrifting. I love looking for hidden gems in the thrift stores, going to yard sales, and all of that. So I'm hoping to start Helen's Hope Resale. My goal was by the end of May, but hopefully I can get it launched within the first couple weeks of June. So, and I'll be able to share all about that one with you because I don't have any, anything that requires that I keep everything really separate when it comes to that. So thank you for asking though. And if you want to know, send me a message. You can private message me. My name on YouTube, not YouTube, on Facebook is Kimberly Turnquist Webb, Kimberley Turnquist Webb, Kimberly Turnquist Webb on Facebook. So, all right. And Rosalind, if you are still on here, put my email on my profile on YouTube. I thought I did. Let me write that down. I thought I did, but I'll double check and see, and if I didn't, I'll do it. So thank you for that tip. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for hanging out with me today. Don't forget to go back and watch that video and let me know if y'all want that to be a regular feature. And tomorrow is gonna be our Dollar Tree Cruise Essentials, which I'm so excited about, y'all, because I love Dollar Tree. And I will see y'all on the next video. And yeah, that's it. All right, bye-bye, y'all. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Bye-bye.